Welcome to the Football Den. I'm your host, Dan. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. This is the pod after Super Bowl Sunday of the Seattle Seahawks playing against the Patriots. And now, since it's Monday, we know the new champion are the Seattle Seahawks. They win Super Bowl 60, defeating the Patriots 29-13. The name of the Seattle defense, the Dark Side, has won a Super Bowl, and they will go down as one of the best defenses in NFL history. So shout out to the Dark Side. Shout out to Sam Darnold. Shout out to Mike McDaniels for second year in the league as a head coach, and you win a Super Bowl even after the writing was on the wall because you saw them win 10 games last year. The NFC was tougher last year too, just like it was this year. They were one of those teams that made it, being the number one seed this year. So credit to them, credit to their defense making plays, getting 2 picks, which one went back for a pick 6, sacking Drake May 6 times. So we got a lot of great things to talk about. But I want to congratulate them before I get started. I appreciate everybody that's joining the pod. Welcome to the Football Den. Like I said, I'm your host, Dan. We got some great things to talk about today. We're going to talk about Seattle going against the Patriots. We're going to talk about the Pro Football Hall of Fame voters blaming the Pro Football Hall of Fame for changing the way that you vote on players and old seniors and contributors instead of taking ownership of the fact that it's not the Hall of Fame. They're making it sure that it's your job to make the right decisions and the tough decisions. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to get into the NFL offseason is here now. Once the Super Bowl over, we're right into the offseason. So players, they going home, they chilling for a little bit. But if you're a general manager, head coach, anybody that's in the front office, you're back to it right now. No days off. So the NFL offseason has began, and I'm going to talk about that really exclusively, just really talking about the Falcons, what I expect for them to do for a little bit. So we'll close out the show with that. But the first thing I want to talk about today, because I don't like keeping y'all waiting, is the Seattle Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, bringing their second Super Bowl in franchise history home. I'm not going to lie, it was a slow Super Bowl. It was slow. I thought it was going to be a blowout. I thought it was going to be more scoring. I expected a blowout, so I was right on that. It was 29-13. You can call it a blowout. You know what I'm saying? They down by 3 touchdowns. Yeah. So you can call it a blowout. You losing by 26 points. I called it a blowout. But I thought it was going to be more scoring. I thought Sam Darnold and Seattle was going to put more points on the board. I had it 42. Anybody knew me, I had it 42-21. For it to be 29-13, I'm not mad at it. But I wish it was some more scoring. But I appreciate it being a defensive game. If you're a casual, somebody that watched Super Bowl so you can see people scoring, you might have thought the Super Bowl was boring. But me personally, I didn't think the Super Bowl was boring. I knew it was going to be about which defense can step up and help their offense get in great field position. And Seattle Seahawks defense did that. And they made plays. They got to Sam Darnold. And that left side with those 2 rookies and Will and that guard, Will Campbell and the guard, they just come on, bro. Everybody was just going to that left side. They were blitzing off the left side. They just kept going to the left side when it was coming. They were trying to get pressure on Drake May, and he really couldn't do nothing, man. He couldn't do nothing. When he thought they was blitzing, they didn't blitz. Everybody went out in coverage. When he expected everybody to go in coverage, they blitzed him. He couldn't do nothing for real. And that has mainly to do with that left side not be able to hold their own and make sure they can keep Drake May up, and they couldn't. And if they don't reverse the fumble that went for a touchdown, turn into a pick 6, Seattle would be tied for the most sacks in the playoff game. To me, it was just a great game to watch defensively. Everybody made plays. Christian Gonzalez, even in a loss, played his butt off because if he didn't make the plays that he made, Seattle probably would have put up 40. But he was a game saver. He was a game saver, and he was a game changer in that game going against Enigma, only giving up a catch and 16 yards. The defense of the Patriots, they got mad respect for them. They held their own, but they kept getting put in bad field position because of the Seattle defense. And you could, like I say, if you're a casual, you might say it was a boring Super Bowl. I just don't think so. I think Seattle just showed you they're the best defense in the NFL. They're one of the greatest defenses of all time. They can get pressure with the 4, even though, bro, it's not even really the sacks. They just get the pressure. And the secondary, they do the rest by getting picks, fumbles, all that stuff. So When you're going against a D line that just is gonna all they're gonna do is just attack. It's gonna make you get the ball out your hand faster, quicker, and sometimes they mess up the timing of a receiver's route or mess up the time when you throwing the ball, and it leads to turnovers. So you got a defense like that, secondary led by Love and Witherspoon, dominant. Now, Woolen gave up a touchdown, but to be fair, he was running on the side. He was running to try to get to that side to cover the guy, and the guy was already running a go route. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Woolen was over there, that wouldn't have happened. He would have held that down. But since he got distracted, since he was rushing over there to get it, because I think they were going tempo. Patriots at that time, they were going tempo. So they were moving. And they caught Seattle off guard. And they took advantage of it, and they scored a touchdown. But besides that, Seattle kept Drake May in check. Stephon Diggs didn't really do nothing in the game. I'm surprised they didn't get him going to try to throw him the ball, get with some screens or just some slants. And they didn't do none of that. And I think this was one of the worst play calling games for Josh McDaniels in his career. He never adjusted to what Seattle was doing, bro. He never adjusted. It's like he was just like, okay, we're going to still try to throw the ball deep, even though I know my left side led by two rookie are tackling the guard. Even though they're not holding their own, I'm going to keep doing that, letting Seattle pin their ears back, just keep rushing that Drake May getting sacks. I'm not going to move Drake May around the pocket. I'm not going to have the linemen of the O-line shift around, you know what I'm saying? Throw some run on the throw on the run, things like that to get Drake May the ball, get the ball out of Drake May's hand to help him out a little bit. So I'm saying some quick pass, nothing like that. We're going to keep doing play action, dropping back and sitting back, waiting for somebody to get open when this D-line is destructive and they keep getting the pressure. I just don't understand what Josh McDaniels was doing, man. He didn't help Drake May out at all. A lot of y'all want to blame Drake May. It's nothing much. What could Drake May do? Yes, he didn't play as well. He didn't play good. But at the same time, I think the play calling was terrible. The play calling was terrible. They were doing everything that Seattle wanted them to do. Seattle wants you to just keep dropping back. You're not the Rams. And that would have made me feel like oh, they the Rams. But you're not the Rams. Play your game. Play your game, man. And I feel like they could have helped Sam Darnold more by getting more wide receivers. And did Booty even have a catch? I think he had like one catch. They didn't get the receivers going with just some quick passes. Get the ball out of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Let your playmakers get some open space and make a move or something to get some yardage. I didn't see none of that from Josh McDaniels, bro. The play calling was terrible when it comes to the offense on the Patriots side, man. And they played into the hands of the Seattle. You just can't keep dropping back, bro. Move the pocket around, man. Slants, screens. Dude, I didn't see none of that. And to me, that cost them the game. When you're going against great defense like this, you gotta get the ball out your hand, man. You gotta keep them guessing. You just can't sit back there. I'm gonna drop back, and think you're gonna get something out of that. When you haven't got nothing, you have not got nothing out of that all year, all season. No, let me track that. All playoffs. Because y'all was dominant this season, so I'm wrong on that. But all playoffs, you've been doing this stuff and it hasn't been working because your left side of your O-line are two rookies with no experience, and they've been getting bullied. They've been getting bullied all playoffs, and you thought you were going to go in this game and nah, we good. No, Will Campbell, the guard, bro, you can't do them like that, man. And the way you can help them by getting the quick passes, screens. That's how you help them. But you just putting them on the island with those bad boys in Seattle, the dark side. What do you expect? Now, I know a lot of people talk about Sam Darnold. Shout out to Sam Darnold, bro. He took what the defense gave him. Bro. I'm not tripping on what he did. He took what the defense gave him. He played the right game. I didn't think he was going to win Super Bowl MVP anyway. I had Kenneth Walker winning that. I was saying that before the game even started. I said, no, Kenneth Walker going to go off. I'm telling you. Kenneth Walker is going to go off. I felt that Kenneth Walker going to have a dominant game, and he did rush for over 100 yards. I think over 140-some yards he had. So he played his butt off too. But Sam Darnold played his butt off too, took what the defense gave him. Now, Sam did miss some throws. You know what I'm saying? He overthrew Jackson Smith. When the play broke down a little bit, he overthrew him. And if he don't overthrow him, that's a 90-yard touchdown. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he overthrew Shaheed a little bit, and that could have been a touchdown. So he had some throws that he had some throws that he feel like he wanted to take back. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he still played his butt off. He had a great game. He got the ball out of his hand. He wasn't a liability. All I wanted for Sam Darnold just not to turn the ball over, and I thought they were going to win the game. I said, if Sam Darnold don't turn the ball over, they win the game. And that's why they won the game, because he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't go back to the old Sam Darnold. They keep giving your team a chance in the game because he's going to turn the ball over, put you in an opportunity so you can come back in the game and win the game. He's not that player anymore. He's a guy that understands, I have a great defense. Let me protect the ball, and I cannot put my defense in a position where they're in short field position. I can't do that. I have to put my team in position to where even if we don't get nothing, it's a third down, let me just take the sack. Let me not force a pass. Let me just take the sack, punt the ball. Now that offense, they got to go through our defense. They got to go down the field in our defense, and they can't do that because our defense was shown we've been dominated all year. That's how he's been playing. He understands he has a great defense. Don't do too much. Don't turn the ball over. Don't put your defense in bad field position, and you're good. And that's what he did, man. So I appreciate Sam Darnold had a great game, man. To me, I ain't going to say he had a good game. I'm not going to say great. If he threw 300 yards, I'll say he had a great game. But he had a good game. And people should credit him for that, man. He had a good game. He didn't turn the ball over like we're accustomed to seeing of him. It's turning it over, turnover, fumbles, all that. He didn't do all that. You know what I'm saying? He was like top 2 in turnovers this year, like 14. He still threw for 4,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? JSN was out, and Cooper Kupp stepped up. The tight end, AJ Barner, stepped up. Like, guys stepped up for Seattle to win this game, but it was a team win, in my opinion, a real team win with a dominant performance by Kenneth Walker and a dominant performance by that dark side defense, man. They were blitzing to get to Drake May. They sacked Drake May just rushing 4. It's nothing that O-line or the Patriots could do to stop that D-line and that Seattle blitz scheme. They couldn't do nothing. And now Seattle got 2 Super Bowls, franchise history. Oof. Kyle Shanahan, you've been to 2, and 2 dudes in your conference got a Super Bowl ahead of you. They both got Super Bowls and you don't. So I know Kyle Shanahan like, man, I got to get one next year. I got to get one. Let me get one in SoFi. You feel what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of pressure for Seattle going into next year. To me, Sam Darnold put himself in position you can legitimately say he's a top 10 quarterback. And if you look at the NFC, in my opinion, not these other people that be talking, in my opinion, besides Matthew Stafford and besides Dak Prescott and Jordan Love, Drake May is the 4th best. Nah, he's the 4th best quarterback. Nah, I gotta put him ahead of Dak, bro, because Dak been in the league longer, had more playing time, and still couldn't do nothing. I ain't seen Dak win 14 plus games back to back, bro. So I haven't seen that. So to me, Sam Darnold is like the 2nd best. I put him ahead of Jordan Love because Jordan Love 1-3 in the playoffs. So I put Sam Darnold. He's the 2nd best quarterback in the NFC behind Matthew Stafford, and he's a top 10 quarterback in my opinion, man. I think you gotta give bro his respect, man. He can be accurate when he needs to be. He can run it when he needs when he have to. If he got to run it, he'll run that thing. Everything about Sam Darnold that I respect about him is, bro, he's never too high, he's never too low. He stays the same, bro. I know the little shit that went viral, him saying, "Oh, I'm seeing ghosts." But besides that, man, everything I've seen from the last 2 years, bro, he just keeps his composure and he just plays, bro. He plays his butt off, bro. Even if he throw a pick, he's still gonna dart you up. He's still gonna throw that ball in tight coverage, man, to give his teammates opportunity to catch the ball. So I like Sam Darnold, man. He don't give up on himself. I'm happy that he revived his career. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was hating on him, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say really hating on him, bro. People just judge you based on how you play. And he was poo-poo. And now it's a different narrative about him now. Now we're looking at it now. Can you build on this? Now you got a Super Bowl, back-to-back 14 win seasons with 2 different teams. First quarterback ever to have a back-to-back season with 2 different teams and win 14 plus games back-to-back. And you're the 2nd quarterback since Tom Brady to have back-to-back 14 plus win seasons. So credit to Sam Darnold, bro. You got to put some respect on that boy name, man. You got to. He had an incredible season. Threw for 4,000 yards this year. Threw for 4,000 yards last year. You know what I'm saying? He had 10 less passing touchdowns than last year. Last year he had 35. This year he had 25. But still, he went on a great run. Had an oblique injury going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He had to do too much against the 49ers. But then when they needed him the most to go toe-to-toe with Matthew Stafford, he won that battle. He won that shootout. And now you look at him going into this Patriots game. He took what the Patriots defense gave him. He didn't force nothing. Like I said, he had like 2 or 3 passes that he wish he could take back. But besides that, he played his butt off. So credit to him, man. Credit to Kenneth Walker, somebody that I thought, which is a free agent, probably gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Seattle gonna bring him back. I think they still got Charbonnet, and Charbonnet can play his butt off. But they might franchise tag Kenneth Walker because Charbonnet got an ACL injury. He tore that in the playoffs. So we might not see Charbonnet until like the middle or the end of the 2026 season. So you might need another back in Kenneth Walker, or you might go ahead and draft one. So that depends on what Seattle wants to do. But Kenneth Walker played his butt off, bro. His patience, it's similar to Le'Veon Bell. People are like, don't compare him to Le'Veon Bell, bro. Nobody's comparing him to Le'Veon Bell. We're just saying the runs and those big 20-yard plus runs that he had, they were Le'Veon Bell type runs, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro? The patience, then finding the little crease, just bursting through that, like that's Le'Veon Bell. Last person we saw do that was Le'Veon Bell. So why would we not compare it to Le'Veon Bell? Nobody not saying he's Le'Veon Bell, bro. Just people think you comparing somebody to that person, like career-wise, when you see them just have one little good play. Like, no, we're not, bro. We're just saying that play reminds us of Le'Veon Bell. But people think, oh, that's Le'Veon Bell. Oh, he ain't Le'Veon Bell. Like, bro, we're not talking about career, bro. We're just talking about a play. A few plays look like Le'Veon Bell out there. And he did, and he played his butt off. A baller. He balled out with Charbonnet injured, so he had to take on majority of the load, and he delivered both times against Seattle and in this game. And against the 49ers, too. So he's been balling out. So if the Seattle don't want him back, he most definitely gonna get paid. So he Gucci. Like I say, when it comes to like going back to the Patriots, when it comes to the Patriots, bro, they should have got Stephon Diggs going. They didn't get Stephon Diggs going at all, bro, in that slot. And I don't know that they feel like the dude that was covering him was somebody they didn't want to go his way. But I'm just saying, though, I feel like they could have dialed up some plays to get Stephon Diggs in some open space and let him make some plays, man, open field. They didn't do that at all. And I just feel like I said, Josh McDaniels, never adjusted to what Seattle defense was showing them, and it cost them the game. So that's my opinion on the whole Super Bowl 60. Like I say, man, the Patriots never adjusted offensively, and it cost them the game. And shout out to that dark side defense with Sam Darnold just taking what the defense give them, and Kenneth Walker just making plays after play after play to keep them in the game so they can win. Credit to them. They get their second Super Bowl in franchise history. Sam Darnold put himself in the top 10, and Kenneth Walker either going to get franchise tag or he due for a big payday this offseason. So shout out to that. Next topic of the day I want to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And one of the main reasons why I want to talk about this is because it was a video that went viral on NBC about Bill Belichick and Rodney Harrison. And I want to show this real quick with Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison. And this is my problem. And I got mad respect for Tony Dungy, but this is my problem with what he told Rodney Harrison. Hold on, hold on, guys. Let me pop this up. Here we go. Watch this. This is basically Rodney Harrison talking to Tony Dungy and basically telling him, like, y'all dropped the ball and y'all are wrong for not putting Bill Belichick in over Roger Craig or anybody else. Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick both should have got in this year, and y'all wrong for not putting them in. And this is Tony Dungy's rebuttal or his excuse that he's given to Rodney Harrison on why this happened.
deserving to be in that Hall of Fame than Coach Belichick. I've seen his greatness. I've seen him design defenses to stop your offense, and you just look at the players that he's impacted. He's been unbelievable. And when I look out throughout the Hall of Fame, and even a guy like Tom Brady wouldn't be Tom Brady without Bill Belichick. And that's the disappointing part of it, Coach, and you guys got it wrong.
Well, I feel your passion, and I'm with you. And this is about more than Bill Belichick, because in the last 2 years since the rule has been changed, we've had 7 open slots, 7 people who deserve to be in that didn't get in because of this rule change. It has to change. We've been vocal about it as voters, and hopefully it will change.
And one last thing, Coach. I know you're talking about the whole process, but when I think of Coach Belichick, I think about greatness. I think about...
And that's all I really wanted to show. And, man, look, bro. Like I said, I got mad respect for Tony Dungy. But to sit there and blame, oh, well, the only reason why we have this problem happened is because there's not enough slots to put people in. To me, bro, it's BS. It's BS for you to sit there and say the reason why Bill Belichick didn't get in because they went from putting 7 people in to 5. What they got to do in anything, man? To me, that's basically them telling y'all got to make the tough decisions. That's all they're saying. We not just putting everybody in. Make the tough decisions and put the best of the best in. But what y'all want to do is y'all want to blame them and say, well, everybody should get in. Well, yeah, it should be 7 people. Now, then y'all going to say it should be 8. Then y'all going to say it should be 10. Then y'all going to say, oh, let's go back to 2020 was about 200 of them. Like, bro, we not doing that, man. It's your job as a Pro Football Hall of Fame voter to put the best of the best in. And when you don't put the best of the best in, you don't need to vote. For you to sit here and tell me that you voted for Ken Anderson, not Tony Dungy, but if I'm hearing dudes tell me they voted for Kenny Anderson, Roger Craig, and L.C. Greenwood, is because they might not get in again, and Bill Belichick, he's going to get in eventually. That's wrong when you know Bill Belichick, based on his career, his greatness, should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So it don't matter who else is on that list. Bill Belichick should get your vote. And if you only could give 2 votes, Robert Kraft should be one of those 2 based on his career as an owner. Then you can, if it's 3 votes, you vote for those 2 based on the resume. They have a better resume than those other guys. And then you pick one of the 3 dudes. But for you to just say, let me vote for just the seniors and leave out one of the greatest owners and greatest head coaches out, and then sit around here and blame, oh, it's not enough slots to put guys in no more. That's crazy, man. That's wrong. That is wrong. And I respect Tony Dungy, but did you vote for Bill Belichick or not? And for you to sit there and say you can't disclose that, to me, that's Tony, that means you didn't vote for him. You telling on yourself. There's no way we gonna blame the Hall of Fame because they went from 7 to 5, and that now you can't put enough guys in. So now what you're doing is you picking guys who you think should get in because they might not be able to get in because other guys gonna come up. That's crazy, man. If their resume isn't better than the guys that's on that list with them, then it is what it is, man. Everybody don't deserve to get in, bro. And I agree with Jason Woodlock. It's your job as a Hall of Fame voter to be a gatekeeper. We're going to put the best of the best in. But y'all have shown y'all don't care about putting the best of the best in. Because look at that class of 2022 class. Garbage. I watched Jim Trouter sit there and say, well, I'm going to fight for Richard Seymour because he's waited too long. But is he better than DeMarcus Ware or Jared Allen? So if he's not better than them, why are you even trying to fight for him? He's not. It's just stupid, bro. It's just stupid. And I got mad respect for Tony Dungy, but he's wrong, man. You should be voting for who has the best resume. And if you're not voting for who has the best resume, you don't need to vote. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. So anybody got an issue with what I'm saying? That's cool, bro. But blaming the voters, bro, that's hogwash, bro. Take some responsibility for your wrongdoings. And next time, do the right thing and put in the best of the resumes. If you have a better resume, you deserve to get in. It's about the better resume. It's about the best of the best, the creme of the creme resume, career. It's not about, oh, he done waited 10 years, so he need to get in. Oh, he got ALS, so he should get in. Oh, he got herpes in the mouth, he should get in. Oh, he homeless, he should get in.
Oh, his wife cheated on him. He should get in. Oh, he on his deathbed. He should get in. I don't care about none of that. Is your resume better than the dude that's on that list with you? No. So, oh well. Oh, he finna die. So let's put him in because he finna die. Oh, now he dead. Oh, let's put him in because he died. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Sam Mills not a Hall of Famer. Cliff Branch is not a Hall of Famer. I don't know so much. I'm not too familiar with a Bryant Young, a Leroy Butler. So respect to them. I'm not too familiar, so I'm not going to talk down on them. But, bro, they don't deserve to get in before Jared Allen or DeMarcus Ware. So that's just my issue with just people like Tony Dungy, bro. We're not going to blame the Hall of Fame voters. We're not going to blame the Hall of Fame because it's the voters' responsibility to put the best of the best in. And when you don't put the best of the best in as a voter, that's a you problem. That's not a them problem. I don't get how you can sit here and blame the Hall of Fame itself for going from 7 people to 5 people to induct and sit there and say, well, it's not enough slots, so that's why we got a Bill Belichick problem. No, we have a Bill Belichick problem because you didn't put Bill Belichick in as first ballot. You put Roger Craig over Bill Belichick first ballot because the Super Bowl is in San Fran. That's crazy. That's what you did. Tony Dungy, man, take some responsibility. Take your L and admit that you was wrong. And next year, don't let it happen again, man. Because next year, we got Big Ben, LaDainian Tom. We got Big Ben, my bad. We got Big Ben, Adrian Peterson, and Grunk coming up next year. And if you're telling me as a fan that those guys aren't first ballot Hall of Famers, then, bro, you're just talking to me, bro. You're just talking. Just talking, bro. That's 3 out of the 5 right there. AB gonna have to wait because AB got some gun charges, and he ended his career. It's left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, so he gonna have to wait almost a decade or 2 decades. AB probably won't get into he 80. Just to be honest with you, bro. AB won't get into he dead or 80 or he dead, bro. Because that's just how they play sometimes like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna have that stigma and that reputation of being a bad teammate for walking off on the field, and voters, they look at stuff like that and they take that into account. So he's gonna have to wait for a minute. But we already like, it's not even, it's no question that Big Ben, AP, and Grunk should be first ballot Hall of Famers. Then it should be Bill Belichick. And if you're gonna put a 4th guy in or a 5th guy in after that, a 5th guy in, it should be Robert Kraft or, in my opinion, Terrell Suggs next. That'll be my class of 2027. I already know it already. I just said it, bro. Next year, AP, Adrian Peterson, Big Ben, Grunk, Bill Belichick. And if you're going to put a contributor right there, Robert Kraft. But if you're just doing one contributor, one senior or contributor to whoever you vote, they just take that one spot, then and you're only going to do 4 modern guys, that 4th modern guy should be Terrell Suggs, bro. And now we inducting the big 3 of the Baltimore Ravens, bro, to help them win the Super Bowl and be dominant from early 2010 seasons. But that's what you have to do. You can't keep playing games, man. You can't keep playing games. And that's what that's what everybody's doing. They playing games in there. And that's why I like that they're moving back to doing in-person Hall of Fame voting instead of that virtual stuff because of COVID. Now everybody gonna be in person. We're not playing that. If I was in there, bro, I would have checked Bill Polian if that's what he really said. If that rumor's true that he said they got to wait, y'all like, no, we're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. We're not playing games, bro. Bill Belichick is a first ballot coach, bro. We're not doing that. Anybody in here voting otherwise, you don't need to vote. Please, you need to leave now. That's what I would have said, right? I would have called all that out right now. And for nobody to do that, it just show you the hierarchy in that room. So you telling me if you didn't go with what Bill Polian said, you lose your vote? Like, what's going on? Most people in the Hall of Fame, you got to be dead to lose your vote. Like, most of them dudes be voting in their 80s, 70s, or they just retire from sports writing, anything. Like, they just retire with sports writing or other things, something like that, then they done. So, like I said, I just don't get it. But for Tony Dungy to blame the Hall of Fame is crazy to me, man. Take some responsibility, bro, and do better. So that's my thoughts on that. And the last topic of the day, guys, is finally here, the NFL offseason. We got the draft in like 2 months. Got the combine in a couple of weeks. So it's a lot of things going. There's gonna be a lot of things going on this early NFL offseason. We got the what? Oh yeah, we got free agency coming up. It's now basketball season, y'all. But y'all know this is a football show, so we're gonna keep it football. You know what I'm saying? What can you expect from me after the football season over with? Still more content. I'm talking about the Falcons more. You know what I'm saying? I got to get into the Falcons. If it's some big news that I hear in the NFL world, I'll talk about that too. Give y'all my take on that immediately and break that down. But besides that, really going to be more about the Falcons. Shout out to Dub, formerly a former guy that used to be on the Player's Choice. Me and him going to do something soon. You know what I'm saying? When he's free, because we're going to have this Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, how media view them take. We're going to have to talk about that because I think that's hogwash. I think that's BS. And I think it's a reason why how people view Josh Allen, how people talk about Josh Allen than they do with Lamar Jackson. So me and him will get into that. So be on the lookout for that. But for the most part, bro, you're going to get a lot of Falcons talk, bro, because I am from Atlanta. I am a diehard Falcon fan. And I got to talk about my Dirty Birds, man. Kyle Pitts is a free agent. And hopefully we franchise tag him. Kevin Stefanski, he's known for having tight ends and putting tight ends in a position to be very productive. So hopefully we do keep Kyle Pitts. I trust Kevin Stefanski when it comes to the running game. If you ask me, I would draft another wide receiver. Darnell Mooney was banged up. You know what I'm saying? So watching him be banged up last year, being on and off the field, you need somebody that can be consistently healthy, that could be part of the wide receiver core to help us move further down the season, because you don't want to be one man down like we weren't prepared. It felt like we just weren't prepared when Moody wasn't healthy, and we had to bring those other guys in, and they couldn't play up to the level as Moody. So I feel like you need to draft a receiver. I'm not going to say in the first round, but because we don't have a first round pick, but you have to draft a receiver coming up in this draft or get a receiver in free agency, bro, because you always want to be early than late. And I'd rather be early on this situation with drafting a wide receiver than being late on the situation and believing that Darnell, he's gonna be good. I expect a big jump from him this year. You know what I'm saying? I expect him to play better, and then you get the same results you got last year. And that's not his fault, but it just, if he can't stay healthy, he can't stay healthy. So you need to handle that situation, take care of that early than later. So that's my take on that. But like I said, NFL offseason is gonna be crazy. A lot of things to talk about. You know, the biggest news that we're going to also talk about, we got to talk about some Shedeur. We're going to talk about some Shedeur. We're going to talk about some Karen Ward also, though. We're not just going to stick on Shedeur like most people. We're going to get on some Shedeur. But crazy NFL season, man. And, once again, how old I am, I'm 26. So once again, for the 26th time, I was wrong on my prediction. We were going to the Super Bowl. But for the most part, I'm just happy that we got a great NFL season. NFL season's over with. Halftime show was garbage, but that's another conversation for another day. But, man, I just appreciate everybody that rocked with me during this season. And I appreciate everybody that's going to rock with me during this offseason, giving y'all some more of this football game, because it's some great things to talk about, man. This offseason, a lot of things that's coming up, a lot of predictions that I have, especially that A.J. Green. Will the Eagles trade A.J. Green, or just cap, people just talking, but Philly don't really feel that way because they still got him under contract for a couple of more years? Trey Henderson, where he's going to go. Will the Raiders trade Max Cosby? Will Myles Garrett ask for another trade? So it's a lot of things that we can expect to talk about. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me this whole season. Now let's get into the offseason. And that's pretty much all that we have for today, man. I appreciate everybody that rocked with me today. Appreciate everybody that watched the show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you watch the TikToks, my Instagram videos, and my X videos too. I'm going to clip this up and put out the shorts. I'm going to clip this up also, and make sure y'all get all that. And like I say, when y'all see the videos, man, if y'all watch this live or you see the videos, make sure you just give your comments. Do you like what I'm saying? Do you hate what I'm saying? You think I'm a hater? If they're going to know what the hell I'm talking about, let me know. I appreciate it either way, bro. I don't care about all that. I just love having real banter with people, and I love having conversations. So if you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. But besides all that, man, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, and we out. This is the Football Den, and we out.